Tonight will be financed by the shit I couldn't buy last year. I used to check my balance twice before I ordered one more beer. Had overdraft protection like a bodyguard who never showed. Every Friday hit my checking account and Monday left it bones. I learned to make a dollar stretch till Washington was 6'4". Then somewhere in the wreckage I got real good at being wrong. Started buying everybody's panic while they couldn't sell it fast enough. I got money now. Tell the landlord kiss my ass. I spent years behind the market. Now the market pays me back. I got money now. Let the whole damn ticker bleed. I used to pray my card went through. Now my money works for me. I knew the price of everything, 'cause every dollar had a name. Could read a balance like a eulogy before I learned to read a trade. So when the whole world lost its nerve and every exit disappeared, I've been living in a bear market for the better part of 7 years. I bought fear wholesale, sold confidence retail, turned a graveyard of positions into something I could someday sell. I got money now. Tell the landlord kiss my ass. I spent years behind the market. Now the market pays me back. I got money now. Let the whole damn ticker bleed. I used to pray my card went through. Now my money works for me. I got money now. Tell the landlord kiss my ass. I spent years behind the market. Now the market pays me back. I got money now. Let the whole damn ticker bleed. I used to pray my card went through. Now my money works for me.
Oh, brother, oh, brother, oh, brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of the Matt Kohrs Show, where it is a beautiful Thursday, August the 27th, a.k.a. National Crab Soup Day. If you don't believe me, look it up, but I am not pulling your chain. I am not fibbing. I am telling you the cold, hard truth. It is National Crab Day. Maybe more important than the fact that it's National Crab Day is the fact that it is National Matt Did Not Sleep at All Day, because my son was up all night yelling. He was unhappy, which means that I am extremely sleep deprived and I cannot think straight. So that should make the show entertaining, and it should probably make my trades absolutely horrible. Also, in the midst of being sleep deprived, I had one recurring thought, and this has nothing to do with the market. This has nothing to do with the economy. This has nothing to do with the day ahead. It's just something I want to share with you as we were working on developing our parasocial relationship. Around 3 or 4 in the morning, when I was trying to rock my son back to sleep, I had this thought that I've had in the past, and I'm just afraid to admit it. To be completely honest, I am afraid to admit it, but as a 32-year-old male, I know the general meaning of auspicious and inauspicious. I don't know which one is which one, so I just don't use it. I don't write it. I don't say it. I don't refer to it in communication, obviously when I'm speaking with people, because I know what one of them means, and I know the other one is the opposite meaning. I'm afraid to ask at this point. I don't know which one is which between auspicious and inauspicious. I just don't know, and I'm always afraid that I'm going to say the opposite one, and then I'm really going to seem like a ding-dong, so I just don't say it because I don't know which one is which. So that's just something that I thought about for a couple hours this morning, and I wanted to share that with all of you. So now let me Google that for you. Well, What? So then Google can find out too? No. These AI overlords know enough about me. I don't need AI in the future making fun of me for searching it. So I'm in a rock and a hard place. I can't ask the world because everyone's gonna be like, "You're a 32-year-old man. How do you not know what the difference is between auspicious and inauspicious? Like, how do you not know which one's which?" And I can't ask the internet because then AI will know. And when the Terminator takes over, it's going to make fun of me. Not only is it going to eventually take my life, but it's literally just going to make fun of me for not knowing the word. So that was my morning. And I'm happy that I got to share that with all of you. I should probably do my job and actually prep you guys up for the market. SPY is green. It was much more green, obviously, late last night, but right now there's a downside gap fill. The Qs are clearly up as well. The SPY was break even during the trading session yesterday, currently up about 0.25%. And looking at the Qs, also slightly green, but up a nice 0.8 right now. It was up in excess of 1%, and it's all because of Nvidia. Nvidia had phenomenal earnings, currently up 6%. Remember, the expected move was 5%, so it's up just more than the expected move, which is a very nice recovery after the fact that the initial reaction was red. CrowdStrike also reported earnings, currently up 9%, and then so did Salesforce, up 9.8%. So Nvidia doing very well after earnings. So was Salesforce, CRM, and so is CrowdStrike, CRWD. So if you want to look for the big earnings winners, check those out. If you want to look for the big losers, type in HP. Did I type it in wrong? Hewlett HWP? No, that's not Hewlett. What is the ticker for Hewlett Packard? HEW, HPW? What is the ticker for Hewlett Packard? HPQ. That's it. HPQ getting destroyed, down 11%. I didn't know that there's a Q in their ticker. That's stupid. It should be HP. But anyway, missing on earnings. Why is there a Q in it? In what universe did they think it was appropriate to put a Q in their ticker? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, down after their earnings. So, of course, we're going to be doing a deep dive, especially into NVIDIA's earnings. I just wanted to highlight some of the other ones. But before we get into that, let me make sure my volume levels are good. And let's talk about what's going on in the world. CIA chief surprise Moscow trip was to warn Russia not to attack NATO. Warning comes after new U.S. Intelligence assessments indicate Russian president could launch a limited assault. So this is back in our life. Remember the whole Russia-Ukraine thing? That's still going on. It's fallen out of vogue, and I'm sure Zelensky's really mad about that because obviously it being a main part of the media cycle is why we gave them so much money. Is it our problem? Is it not our problem? Whatever. It's still a thing. People are still losing their lives. Very, very sad. But I'm bringing it up because now it's personally impacted me. And if you're not from America, or if you are from America, you're going to appreciate this. Out of sight, out of mind. If there's an issue going on elsewhere in the world, especially as an American, we do our job of not caring. But I have to let you know, as of August 26th, 2026, it has now impacted my life. My life has now been impacted. Let me share this. You guys are going to notice that hang on, that's going to be confusing. Don't worry about what's on the screen right now. You're going to notice that I'm trading a bunch of new evals, and you're going to be thinking to yourself, Matt, when you left yesterday, you were a little down. What happened? Well, I want you guys to know that I was doing a phenomenal job of getting my money back. I was slowly and surely averaging into my position, doing everything I needed to not only get back to green, but or like maybe go really green. And then right here, 1152. Okay, I bought this. I was adding into a long position. I had a long at 1119. I added in a long at 1136. I added in a long at 1141. I was building into this long position, and I needed it just above 300 to actually maybe just below 300 be break even, and maybe my target was 310 to get out actually green on the day. And as you can see, at 1152, into a very thin book, there was a sell-off, and it had to relate to Putin and all the breaking news of like, actually, we're going to do more assaults. So Putin ruined my life. I could say this now. Now I really care about this issue because it cost me money, and obviously on that drop, I lost all my accounts, and then I had to go get evals. And, well, I didn't lose them all. I have 3 funded accounts still, which not exactly sure how that worked out. I have 2 on MFF and 1 on Lucid right here. So I still oddly have 3 funded accounts, but then I was forced to restart the process with the other ones, and it was all because of that drop. And because the book was so thin, I had my stop at a reasonable place, but it just jumped over everything. And of course, it was a market sell. So I got horrible fill, all because of that news from Russia. So that sucks for me. But now that it sucks for me, I wanted to share the pain with all of you. Why is this? Okay. The Russia-Ukraine air war has entered a new, deadlier phase. Both countries are inflicting mounting destruction with long-range drones and missiles. Once again, it's been out of the news cycle here in the U.S. for a while, but it is still very much going on. So it seems as if because of the recent news, this is rapidly becoming a bigger issue that maybe we should be paying attention to. On top of that, we're now in a trade war with Canada, or I should say we kind of were, but now it's at a bigger, worse level. U.S. and Canada are bracing for prolonged trade dispute. A lot of the murmurs on the street or that this is not going to get solved before the midterm. So if you are in the automaking industry, the farming industry, if you have some sort of business or family member or anything that's impacted with the trade with Canada, I would be buckling up because it does not be seeing, it's not showing any signs of resolving anytime soon. Few see off-ramp as Trump faces political pressures in advance of midterm elections. So that's the bigger, larger hot news. Diving into today, we did get initial jobless claims, comes out pretty much at expectation. I want you to know that tomorrow is going to be, well, technically today, the Jackson Hole meeting starts, the Jackson Hole Symposium. That's where a lot of bigwigs basically expense a trip out to Jackson Hole. And it's effectively the Illuminati. It's where they decide what they want to do with our money supply for the foreseeable future. Technically starts today, technically ends on Saturday. But the big thing related to it is going to be tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. That is when Kevin Warsh, the current chairman of the Fed, will be speaking. So please have that. We're going to be watching it here. We're going to be listening to it. We're going to be trading it. We're going to be reacting to it. But I just want you to know Kevin Warsh is going to be giving like a 10-ish minute speech at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Obviously, the hot news of the day is Nvidia. Nvidia reported last night, and as of this morning, it's still holding nicely green. It's up about 6.77%. At one point, it got as low as 203, currently trading at 223. So that was pretty good earnings. Salesforce also reported very green. CrowdStrike reported also very green. Today, after the market closes, we're hearing from Marvel and Irene. Irene, a little bit more in the world of quantum, I believe. Marvel, very much in the world of AI, and some of you are going to be paying attention to Affirm and Ulta as well, just because I see you guys chit-chatting about it in chat. I just wanted to call that out. But circling back to Nvidia, absolutely destroyed. Going into this earnings, Nvidia was on a winning streak of 12 earnings in a row that it beat on top of bottom line. And now after last night, we are at lucky number 13. And the thing that blows my mind is it didn't just beat. I mean, folks, it had a 100% revenue growth. That's something if you're this like podunk nothing company. But when you're Nvidia, when you're the most valuable company in the entire US stock market, and you're still seeing a revenue growth of 100%, that's insane. Like, that just shows how much of a behemoth this company is. Nvidia reports blowout quarters, says demand for AI chips is getting even hotter. Shares rallied as the chip giant forecasts 70% revenue growth next year and defended its financial support of AI companies. It grew 100%, and now it's looking for an additional 70% on top of the 100%. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Nvidia jumped 7% after blockbuster earnings boost AI confidence. Nvidia shares rose in pre-market this morning after earnings sailed past estimates. Jensen said AI reached its inflection point, noting that the number of companies that need large clusters of GPUs has expanded dramatically, and it's showing no signs of slowing down, which means the AI trade is back on the table. Supply chain constraints and rival chips being built by customers are potential headwinds for the tech giant that apparently no one cares about. Nvidia earnings takeaways forecast 70% fiscal 2028 revenue growth, far above estimates on top of the 100% growth they just had this past year after already being the top company. Nvidia's 70% growth forecast puts it on track to become tech's number 2 company by revenue. So obviously it is still the most valuable company in the world, coming in at $5 trillion, and number 2 is Apple at just under 4.6. So it's the number 1 based on market cap, and part of that is obviously, why is this not closing out? Oh, now my whole thing is frozen. It's going to be one of those days. I can just sense it. I can sense it. It's in the ether. Let me start close. Oh, did that finally? Okay. Nvidia shocked the AI world last night in the middle of the second quarter earnings report for fiscal 2027, said its forecast 70% growth for next year. This was significantly higher than the Wall Street analyst prediction. Based on the consensus projection, a revenue of about $400 billion for 2027, which ends in January. Sales next year would be about $673. These are gigantic numbers. That would put Nvidia ahead of Apple and Alphabet, aka Google, and only behind Amazon. So once again, just because you have the most revenue doesn't mean you're the most valuable company. Amazon has the most revenue, and sometimes you have to look at other things, such as margin and just other business aspects. Of course, I'm preaching to the choir. You guys know that. But very, very interesting to see just this sustained growth with Nvidia. It is, like I said, beyond impressive.
The surge in AI demand is driving a global infrastructure build-out, supported by an expanding and diverse set of growth opportunities, spanning hyperscalers, AI labs, AI natives, enterprises, and sovereign customers. We expect to grow revenue by approximately 70% in fiscal 2028.
Well, let's get more.
Before we get into that, do you guys think, when I was listening to that last night, do you guys think that maybe they're doing well because, in fact, their CFO is AI? Do you think that they maybe have a robot humanoid that's already running on AI and they're just not telling us about it? Because I listened to that and I was like, I'm not listening to a human right now. I'm very clearly listening to an AI system that maybe not has, like, I wouldn't say it's gone rogue, but it sounds like the AI system is maybe something that they just haven't told the public about, and it somehow acquired the job of being the CFO at Nvidia. Just a thought I had, kind of similar to the auspicious versus inauspicious thing. Another thing I just wanted to share with you, but it does feel as if they legitimately have an AI system as their CFO.
More now with Bloomberg Tech Europe and opening trade anchor Tom McKenzie. Tom, just put these earnings into context for us, because we get that they're good, but for anyone who didn't stay up late to listen to them and pass through them, just how strong were they? Are they strong enough to put the AI bubble fears to bed?
Well, I think that soundbite from the CFO of Nvidia really underscored the forward strength that they are seeing, and that's so consequential for the broader ecosystem and frankly for the global economy in many aspects. So what she was pointing to was 70% revenue growth in fiscal 2028. That's next year, the calendar year of next year. What was really interesting is that she could have outlined a stronger revenue picture if they weren't supply constrained. And so this is a company that is seeing constraints across the supply chain. That's what Jensen Huang said. And they could be delivering even more revenue if that wasn't an issue. So it's not a question about the demand. The demand is red hot. It's how they supply that. I'll bring it back to the quarterly earnings, the second quarter earnings. So revenue's more than doubling to more than 96 billion US dollars, almost
crazy.
100 billion US dollars in a quarter, year on year. Profits coming in, earnings per share, $2.22, well above the estimates. And the expectations for the current quarter also beating the estimates as well. If you're looking for any flies in the ointment, it's that margin story. We talked about the reporting around pushing up prices up to 15% for some of their key customers. Margins, the CFO said, would be squeezed in the months ahead. So if you're looking for any weakness, maybe it's the margin story. Margins could get down to around 71, 72%. Now, 71% margin, most companies would take that in a heartbeat. But we're going from 75% margin.
Pause. Nvidia data center growth. Look at that. I mean, we're ramping up 66, 75, 92, 117%. These numbers are not real.
Gross margin to 71, 72% in the months ahead, according to the CFO. So possibly that is something that those who are a little bit more negative on this stock will focus in on. But in terms of the demand story, it's incredibly high. This is a company that needs the rest of the ecosystem. It needs TSMC, it needs Samsung, it needs SK Hynix to spend on capex to be able to ensure that they get the memory chips and the production from the fabs to be able to meet that demand.
Okay, so really incredible. And then we've got Nvidia stepping back into the China market. So how important is that as a share of revenue, or is it really more about the symbolism of getting back into China?
It is a bit more about getting that toehold back into China. And just taking a step back, this is a US administration, not just the Trump administration, the Biden administration, who have gone back and forth in terms of how far they restrict and to what extent they restrict chip sales into the Chinese market. The bottom line is they can now. They've signed off the Trump administration on a certain number of H200. Those are two generations behind the current chipset, the Blackwell chipset. The H200 can now be shipped into China in certain quantities. The other side of that is that China has to agree to those shipments, has to sign off, and their companies actually buying them. What we've learned is that there is now revenue coming through from China for Nvidia in the billions, about $7 billion US. So it's not insignificant, but it's still less than 1% of their revenues from the data center. So it's an area, of course, Jensen Huang's been lobbying hard in Washington to get access to that Chinese market. It's paid off to some extent. They really need the Chinese authorities to go full bore and sign off on their companies buying these chips in greater quantity. So far, we're not seeing that, but this is a company now that has that toehold back in the Chinese market.
Very much a toehold in just that, less than 1% of their data center revenue. But this kind of taking a step back to some of the stories that we've been covering lately. Remember that whole thing with Bissent earlier this week when he's like, yo, anyone who helps Iran with banking, you're not going to be dealing with us. So, and then that's all happening where it kind of puts a spotlight on China because they were asked, they're like, does China get an exception? And he said, no one gets an exception. So right away people started to point out, well, that's going to make the upcoming visit from President Xi Jinping, the president of China, to the U.S., going to make it a little bit awkward. That's in a couple weeks, couple months. But then looking at it through the lens of Nvidia, which I've already showing you the story, is expecting gigantic growth. And that's when kind of China is not really a player for them. It's in the billions, but it's still 1% of their data center revenue. Imagine what happens if things break in a positive way and they're allowed to fully sell to China. Imagine if the U.S. signs off on it. Imagine if China signs off on it. I'm not saying it's likely, but I'm trying to paint the picture that NVIDIA's growth just effectively here in the U.S. and a little bit of Europe is already phenomenal. Imagine if they get opened up to the Chinese market. Imagine what this thing does. Crazy. U.S. considers fresh round of tariffs on semiconductors. So this is one of those things where we just can't have nice things. Like I said, I don't think it's likely that we sign off on this being cool, but just imagine, imagine if we could have nice things. Trump is reportedly considering broader semiconductor tariffs, trying to basically keep everything in-house. The tariffs could cover servers, laptops, gaming hardware, according to people familiar with the matter. Reshoring semiconductors manufacturing is top priority for President Trump. So he's basically saying, I want all of this to be done, but I want it to be done in the U.S., and it's kind of putting strain on TSM, obviously from Taiwan, and they don't want to really leave from Taiwan because then why would we protect them as a country off of China? But then China was like, hey, we would love for you guys to not care about the actual land of Taiwan. So there's a bigger political context, but obviously something to pay attention to. Salesforce stock drops 12%. Jumps, not drops. It sounds like I said drop, and I heard that myself, but it was just because I'm slurring my words because I am extremely sleep deprived this morning. Salesforce stock jumps. I almost said drops again. Jumps. It went up. It's green. Green. Let's just color code this today. Salesforce green, 12%. AI, Anthropic investment, ripping. CRM up, up, up. CrowdStrike also not dropping, jumping. Green. Going up, up, up 11% on record second quarter as Mythos moment drives AI cyber wave. So because of AI and the whole hacking thing, CrowdStrike, for those of you who don't know, is in the world of cybersecurity. So because of this Mythos moment, it is doing well. So wanted to share that with y'all. Very quickly, before the market opens, I have 3 minutes. If we were to open right now, we'd be at 7,700. The interesting play of the day to me is, do we just basically bought like right here, base 700, 690, somewhere here. There's a negative gamma node above to about 7725. So if you're trading SPX, there's if you're bullish, the interesting play here is, can we take the 25-point pop to the upside? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. We do have positive gamma support beneath, and then there's positive gamma resistance above, kind of starting at 2.5, maybe a little bit at 30. And of course, you can grind through those. But what's jumping out to me is, we already look at a nice base. I see this positive gamma. Of course, there might be some jockeying for position, but the interesting play of the day in my book for day traders is this pop through negative gamma. I wanted to put that on your radar before the market opens, but you should also know that there is a downside gap fill of about 10 points. There's a downside gap fill to about 7691, the high from yesterday. Same thing here on the SPY. There's a downside gap fill to 767.35, and then there's a downside gap fill on the Qs all the way down to 713.02. I'm pointing that out. Technically, this is news driven. So when you have a news driven gap, the odds of a gap fill are still decent, but they're still less likely. Gap fills are better when there's not like a piece of evident news. And obviously the gap in the SPY and in the Qs is because really Nvidia, but obviously you also have Salesforce and CrowdStrike that also did super well. So it's a bit more news driven. It looks as if the SPY is really close, so I think the odds are that SPY will definitely get its gap fill, but I'm not going to be one of those players that's saying like, oh, I'm definitely playing it on the NASDAQ today. I just want to kind of put that out there for everyone. But just so you guys know, the opening bell is going to get rocking. Shout out to MFF, My Funded Futures. As of this week, I am their newest affiliate, and because of that, we have a crazy good deal. 50% off. Before this, you had some deals of 20, 30%. You could get 50% off. These accounts are dirt cheap, and better than that, on those rapid EODs, you can get end of day drawdown. You could get daily payouts, and it's a 90-10 split. To my knowledge, this is the only firm that has that combination, and now you could take advantage of that rule set and I guess just how it's functioning with a fat 50% off. Just make sure to use that code Goonie. And on that particular note, let me just get this all set up. Let me get it all set up for y'all.
Dingity ding ding ding. The world's largest casino is now open. Best of luck to all. Play responsibly, and if not, have fun.
Alrighty. We were popping out of the gate, and actually the market is right at VWAP. We are at the volume weighted average price. Right at VWAP, right here around 48. Where's my other VWAP? Here it is. Why is this VWAP not here? Indicators. Did I lose my other VWAP? I don't know why it's not showing, but we're popping. I'm in a little bit of a trading competition right now, which is this particular account. Finally back to break even. I was trying to dump one at 600. We'll throw the other one up here at 650 just to see what happens. Trying to dump one there to get myself back green. Let me look here. What is this? Six. Okay, I'm looking at 600. Do I like 600? I do like 600 because that would put my accounts realized. So we just kind of swept this random low here. And now we're getting hit once again, right back to VWAP. So do we not want to hold VWAP or do we want to hold VWAP? What's the market actually doing today? All right, so here's VWAP, this white dash line. Let me switch this up so you guys can see book map. You can see the point of control. That yellow line above my head is 540. So 550, 540 are both levels of interest to me. All right, I'm going to get that off the screen. Once again, that's not evals, though this is a competition account, and I'm already considerably behind in the competition, which means I need to do some uniquely degenerate stuff to see if I can get myself back into the competition. I was looking good there for a second. We spiked to 588. You saw my target at 600 was my first one, and now I'm praying that this doesn't get completely demolished. I was looking good there for a second, but you can see it here. I'm in a trading competition on the FFN. We're doing a little bit of beta testing, and then we're just basically making sure it all runs top tier. And then from that point, obviously, we're going to have some really nice competitions. But that's the account you see right now. And then as you can see, I am not really trading anything else at the moment. I am right here. You can see that they're all flat. And actually, what are we doing? So we had a drop, a pop. They tried to push it below VWAP. It recovered VWAP, fake out, breakout, smash below VWAP. I would be looking for this retest of 530, maybe 550. And then if it can recover, nice. You're looking for that pop up to 600. However, if we put in a lower high, if it gets rejected somewhere between 525, 550, that's a lower high. And you could probably play it all the way back down to, oh, it's trying to recover 500. So it's the battle of 500. Okay, I'm trying to not do anything too crazy out of the gate. I'm trying to stay calm, cool, collected. For those of you who care about momentum, 1 minute was bullish, push bearish, 5 minutes bearish, 10 minutes bearish, 30 minute is testing. I would love to see ES recover here. Obviously, we'll wait and see. Remember, there are those downside gap fills. NQ was bullish, pushing bearish. Same thing on the 5 minute, same thing on the 10 minute. 30 minute is currently holding bullish. So momentum, little bit of a mixed bag. The shorter time frames are bearish. The medium time frames are trying to hold bullish. Looking at options flow, shout out to Spot Gamma. That's what you're seeing on the screen right now. Looking at Spot Gamma, selling out of the gate right now on the S&P 500. The Mag 7 kind of grinding up. The NASDAQ is also. So out of the gate, the options market is getting hit, which kind of explains why short-term momentum is pretty freaking bearish right now. Let's see if it can switch. Let's see if it can switch. Where are we? We're down here, 470. I mean, the overnight low is 400. Do I like that? I kind of do. All right, I'm watching 401.75. We made that low at 2 in the morning. It is the overnight low. It is the overnight low. Is that crazy? What's the gap fill situation looking like? We got the gap fill on SPY. We did not get the gap fill on the Qs. Obviously, the odds are still more likely than not that we will. Nvidia pop giving some back. I think that this is the vibe that a lot of people are jockeying for position. I wouldn't be so surprised if, like we've seen for the past 4 trading days, it is a dip in the morning and then we have a base and then we recover off of that and pop at some point midday. It looks like they are literally running the exact same playbook back that we've already had. So we're going to see if that's real or not. All right, I'm going to throw a buy order in. I don't know if it's going to get filled, but I put a buy order in at the overnight low. I don't know if it's going to get filled, but just trying to buy off of that. I mean, there's a low at 440 where we're kind of bouncing right now. You saw that around whatever, 9 p.m. Then around 2 in the morning, we saw a 40-point extra dip. And so kind of watching these zones just to see. Watching some of the key zones. Does it want to recover from here? I mean, it might just want to go for a quick little downside gap fill. What would that be on NQ? Let's get some of these levels. Okay, so that would actually be closer to 375 was the high from yesterday. Actually, that's a lie. 383. So the overnight low is 401. The high from yesterday is 383. So if you're looking to play the QQQ gap fill on the equivalent levels in NQ, you'd be looking for just below 400. But be careful because the overnight low is at 401 and buyers might choose to step in there. So just I'm watching 430. I'm watching 400. I'm watching, we'll call it 375. Or you can make it really simple, 425, 400, 375, just those 25-point increments if you want to make it easier to kind of memorize what the hell is going on. If you want to make it easier, I have not. Where do I want this? Okay, if I trade it partial size and we go down to 380, that's 20 points at half size. That's reasonable risk. I can take a 20-point sweat on a half size position. I definitely can. All right, what are we doing? Momentum is not looking good, team. Right here. 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 30 minute is breaking down on ES. Don't want to see that. On NQ, 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute is bearish. 30 minute is testing. Like I said, clear support in this region, somewhere between 375 and 425. If it cracks that, not looking so good. Not looking so good. You know what's not looking good? NASDAQ options flow. Thus far, I get it. We're only 8 minutes into the day getting hit. The MAG 7 popped up a little bit, going flat. S&P 500 kind of getting hit on the longer duration. 0DT is kind of flat. So the culprit is seemingly longer duration NASDAQ right here. This purple one is today's expiration, but also all expirations put together. So it's not really the implication of today. It's further out. And what we're seeing is put buying. No one's really touching calls. Calls are seemingly flat, but longer duration puts are currently being purchased. Now, they might be being purchased to close. Maybe people were short puts and they're locking in their gains. That's possible. We don't really know if they're buying to open or buying to close. We just know longer duration puts are being bought, which is either adding negative delta or it's removing positive delta. So regardless, the delta is going to be going down, but we don't really have maybe a little bit of a base here in the SPY. A little bit of a basing formation in SPY. What about SPX? Question. For the years that I've streamed to you guys, I've been showing you SPY in the top left. Do you guys prefer SPX? This is a community question, a community poll problem. I just had that up there because I had that up there. I didn't really give it much thought. But would you prefer SPX? Because obviously the SPX levels are more important. That's what the big guys are trading. I like SPY. I like SPY. But my question is, why do you guys like SPY? When I guess I had it up there because I got the sense that, yeah, more of you guys did like it. But SPX technically is the thing you should be like. If you want to trade SPY, trade SPY. But if you're watching key levels, SPX is the thing that that's what Wall Street is paying attention to. So if you want to trade SPY because it has a cheaper nominal value, dude, have at it. But does that make sense that the levels you should be watching are on SPX? Matt, my Gamma service only has SPY. Ooh, I feel for you because the SPX is much more traded. The Gamma of SPX is far more important than the Gamma of SPY. The Gamma of SPY in terms of SPX is like a small little dot, while SPX is like the whole ocean. Less noise with SPX. Yeah. All right. We'll try it for a little bit. And if for some reason it's causing you a lot of emotional distress or something, let me know and I will switch it. But for example, I could tell you we're at a very important level on SPX. We're at 700. That should be it. While on SPY, you're like, this is weird. It's 768. Is that a big deal? Is that not a big deal? It seems like a random level. But when you look at SPX, you realize that this is a huge deal because it's 7,700. Am I losing anyone? SPX is the actual index. I trade SPX using the SPY chart. You should be doing that the other way around. I trade SPX you should be using the SPX chart and either trade SPX or trade SPY. But the SPX chart, you're going to get more value from than the SPY chart because SPX is the actual index. It's far more liquid. It's far deeper. And it's what the big players are trading. So you should always be as a trader, you should be looking at the SPX levels. If you want to trade SPX, have at it. If you want to trade SPY, have at it. If you want to trade XSP, have at it. If you want to trade ES, have at it. If you want to trade VOO, have at it. You could trade what you want, but if you're looking for something for the key levels, it would be SPX. Glad I've only done it for a week. We'll be focusing on SPX chart. Well, that's definitely the chart you should be trading on. And then you could trade any of the related things, which would be XSP, ES, SPY, VOO, and then there's many, many more. I like ETFs more. The future is more important, but the ETF, I think a lot of people relate to. Yeah, well, ES. ES is the futures market. And I like that one for momentum because it trades the Globex session. So you're just getting a bunch of better data because it's trading all night. So you can see what's going on with momentum, including the overnight session, which does not exist on SPX. You can see SPX ended at 4 p.m. and then it restarts. So it's weird. Like, I guess I check all of them. Obviously, I'm checking all of them, but I guess I wanted that conversation to be out there so you guys kind of understand the importance of why we're looking at SPX. Actually, can you even get the overnight SPX movement on TradingView? Is that possible? Can I go over the SPX levels on the day? They're right here. Feel free to screenshot them. 700, 715, 735, 750. The thing that really jumps out to me is actually not this 35. Well, I guess scaling at 25 and then again at 35, but I'm really interested in 25. And actually that's shifted. I don't like 15 anymore. I like 25. You know what? We'll make it simple. 750, 725, 700, and then you have a level at the previous close. You have the previous low, 645, 630, 600. These yellow horizontal lines are all the key options levels. So feel free to use them. Feel free to write them down. Feel free to screenshot them, but this is what I will be using. SPY is overnight. Well, there are services to get the overnight SPX stuff. I was just wondering if you could get it on TradingView. I mean, I have other platforms where you could get the overnight movement. I just don't know how to do it on TradingView. CRM is continuing to climb. It's up a staggering 18%. Is anyone playing Salesforce? I trade rum based on how much Strawberry Blonde is drinking. You and me both. You and me both. So anyway, kind of looking at 715, but what I'm most interested in, once again, is the top of this negative gamma at 725. How is my position doing? I'm almost back to break even. I like this VWAP recovery. Hang on. I forgot I pulled my orders. Hit 600. Actually, it didn't. I'm just throwing those up there. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Question. Now that we're doing question time, as I'm really trying to find the discipline within myself to not trade right now because everything about me is screaming, Matt, just punt it long, and I'm like really, really trying to not do that. So I'm trying to like stay away from this stuff. But any feedback on MFF? Do you guys like it? Do you dislike it? Do you have questions on it? Do you have things that you want me to ask them, like for clarification? Is there a piece of confusion? Any initial feedbacks? MFF, I am the newest partner with them. End of day drawdown. They have daily payouts and a 90-10 split. That's like the headline right now. Obviously, they're running the 50% off. That's not going to be perpetually true. But any questions, any feedback, any points of confusion that I can, do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? I would love to know, because if you guys like it, we could talk about it more. If you dislike it, well, obviously, I don't have to remain a partner with them. I kind of go off of which ones you guys like. What MFF account do you like the best? The rapid end of day 50K account, which is exactly what I'm trading. I have 2 of them which are funded, and I have 3 of them which I'm working on getting extra funded ones. You can have 3 funded ones at a time. You can trade as many evals as you want at a time. I like the end of day. Are you kidding me? Knocked at 605 and I was there at 610 on the day of my daughter's wedding. Rapid end of day 50K. Those are my favorites, and you can get rocking with them for very cheap right now. Very affordable at the current moment with the 50% discount. Oh, what? I can't believe that. Maybe I should have kept it at 600 because we just dropped all the way to 500. Matt said if the Discord is cheap, there is no value. Plus, you already shared your strategy. Adds to his where is the rum buying strategy? I don't understand the question. Can MFF run on TradingView? Yeah, because you could trade through Tradeovate on TradingView. Matt said if the Discord is cheap, there's no value. If it's cheap, it just gets a lot of people in there who are not taking trading seriously. They're like, that's kind of a classic marketing whatever thing. But if it's dirt cheap, let's say it's like a couple bucks a month. Well, first of all, it doesn't cover the data fees that I have because I buy a bunch of data and other platforms that I give to people in there. So it wouldn't cover it. So from a business perspective, it's silly. But then also from a just a stress perspective, if it's very cheap, you get a bunch of people who are basically looking to follow signals and they're YOLOing their whole accounts. It's just not the kind of quality of trader that I'm interested in teaching or helping or assisting. It's a bunch of people who are looking exclusively to follow signals. They go all in on your first signal and then they eventually blow out and then they get mad at you. It's just not quality. Plus, you already shared your strategy. Adds to is where is the rum buying strategy? Spooky, are you on something this morning? Is that English? Plus, you already shared your strategy. Adds to his where is his rum buying strategy? I've now read this 4 times and I still don't understand what you're saying. Join my Discord for $5 a month. Will supply the demand indicates lower supply means higher prices, so I usually sell. I'm losing my mind. Will you do a Black Friday deal on Discord? Maybe right now. Obviously, you guys haven't heard me talk so much about it as much as I used to because with the team, we're developing a lot of cool things. So I'm just waiting for like the whole next chapter of Discord to be ready. And it's mainly because we're working on a lot of exciting things in the background. A lot of exciting things, trying to build out some cool indicators, cool bots. We're just trying to get a lot of things to be fully automated, backed by actual math, actual statistics. So maybe when things are like running the way that I want them, I'm just trying to bring everything to the next level. And as we're working on that, it doesn't make the most sense in my mind to be, I guess, hounding you guys about it when I know that there's things that, like I said, there's clear improvements. So will I run a deal on it? Honestly, probably I'll increase prices because if the product is better, I can charge more for it. So maybe the opposite of a Black Friday deal, a Black Friday increase. Is that a thing? Damn. Did anyone take this long right here? The 950 long? The only thing more classic than the 950 long is the 1039 short. We talked a lot about that 1039 short yesterday. I'm very excited for it today, but the only thing more classic than that is the 951 long. If you're not going long at 951 and short at 1039, are you even trading in Nasdaqistan? Matt, if we sub to your OnlyFans account, do we get your Discord entry? I mean, sometimes I run that deal. That deal isn't currently running, kind of like a buy one, get one, like buy one of the platforms, you get the other one. We have done specialty sponsorships, especially when I was like in super good shape from the stair stepper. But honestly, where I'm at physically and mentally right now, I don't think you guys want my OnlyFans. Like, you're just going to see a sad plastic bag of mayonnaise. Unless you're into that. You might be into that. But like, there was a point where I'd bundle those two packages together because I was crushing the stair stepper. But right now, and I don't know, maybe you guys are into fatty stuff, but like literally you would see a sad walking bag of mayonnaise. That's like the current version of my OnlyFans. So maybe I could change more. Dad bod OnlyFans, dude. This isn't dad bod. You guys can't see it because you're seeing me. I need to do something. I try to put on my dress pants. I have to go to a wedding in like a month, so I try to I had to clean my suit and everything and just get prepared. And I tried to put on my pants and they just wouldn't button. So the only reason I'm here this morning is because the gun jammed. That's a joke, YouTube. It's a YouTube. I swear to God, if you kick me off the platform again, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a common joke. If you're a millennial, we joke about killing ourselves. It's a joke. YouTube, you don't need to send a wellness check. What you should send is a dietitian. What you should send is a nutritionist, but you don't have to do a wellness check. Sometimes the AI system just doesn't get it. Harmful and dangerous again. Do you also organize your firearms by mouthfeel? That's a good one. I know we're probably offending someone in chat, so whatever, get over it. It's a joke, but that's a fucking good one. Oh man, where are we? That was a good buy. The old 951 long. We're trying to recover VWAP here. Fat Kohrs, time to hit the gym. I wish I could pan the camera right now. I can't because it's hooked up to too much stuff. I've been trying to build out this power cage in my basement for me to lift in my basement here for like weeks. And dude, just as the father of a newborn, you just never have time. You never have time. It's like halfway constructed. And I was about to buy a stair stepper as well. And I was like, Matt, you can't buy a stair stepper when you still haven't set up the other aspects of your gym. So one of these days, folks, I'll get back into shape and you'll all be sorry. You'll all be sorry. But for now, let the insults fly because you might as well do it. My wife does it. Fee, fi, fo, fum. That's what she likes to do. When I'm I'm bringing the milk to feed my son and like I'm walking, fee, fi, fo, fum, here comes your father. It's just like she makes like little nursery rhymes about how fat I am to my son. But we'll see. We'll see. It's fair. You can't even get mad at it. You can't get mad at an insult if the insult is accurate. A circle is a shape. Yeah, that's the shape I'm currently in. Dude, I fucking might as well be related to the Pillsbury Doughboy at this point. Pillsbury Doughboy. And it's just sad for a person that was supposed to have potential to find myself where I currently am, you know, just all that wasted potential. Makes me feel like my vice principal was right. Maybe I am just a sad sack. Maybe I am just a sad sack. For the record, I understood everything you said. Matt is just tired ranting. Just ignore it. You're the man. You're ranting. Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not ranting. You're ranting. You're sleep deprived. Fucking I'm ranting, sleep deprived. You're ranting, sleep deprived. And I said it louder, so I'm right. I still don't know what you're talking about, though, honestly, with a rum buying strategy. I told you my strategy. My strategy is to hold my shares. That's the strategy. It's a one-liner. It's a one-line. You guys are... I'm not even going to talk to you guys today. You guys are pissing me off. You guys, chat's turning on me, and I get it. I can't even blame you. You're turning on a fatty. That's classic. You know? You guys liked me when I was in shape, making money, but now I'm a fat loser. I'm a fatty losing money, and you're switching up on me. You're switching up on me. You're day one. I see the kind of people you are. You have a new, fit, rich friend in your life, and you're switching up on the fatty you used to like. I get it. I would, you know what? How about this? I don't blame you guys. When I get back into shape, when I start making money again, when I get all the payouts that I'm owed, I'm going to switch up on you guys so fast. It will be so severe that you guys are going to be like, Matt is the best gaslighter because it's literally as if he's never spoken to us before. I'll talk to you guys now that I'm being humbled and brought down to your level and I have to converse with the peasant community. But when I get my shit together, when I start going to the gym, working out, going to bed on time, quit drinking alcohol, meditating, like, I'm going to switch up on you guys so fast. Easiest decision of the day. It will blow your mind how quickly I will start behaving differently, better than you. and I'll just pretend I've never known you guys ever. That's how we're going to do it. Like, are you long on GLP-1s? No, I feel like I could just not eat. It's called the poor man's GLP-1, is just don't eat. You guys are going to be so sad. You guys are going to be so sorry when I figure out my life. When I figure out my freaking life, you guys are going to be so incredibly sorry you treated me this way. Matt, have you ever had a no trade day? Yeah, 2 a week, Saturday and Sunday. Start going trades on people? Well, no, he made his life even worse than it already was. So we're trying to not make the worst life. We're trying to make the life better. What do you think about the wheel strategy? It's proven, it's profitable. You should do it. Didn't you make a milli shilling AMC? No. Didn't make $1 million off of AMC. I famously lost money on AMC, and I also didn't shill it. I was the only one in the AMC community who was kind of right about everything. I was right about the pop, I was right about the drop, and I was right about like it now and the continuous dilution. So no, it cost me, I think $600,000-$700,000, cost me my sanity. And the really crazy thing is that I was right. Yeah. Yeah. Those were the days, folks. Those were the days. Did you ever trade the futures open on Sunday? Yeah. I'm not supposed to, but I do because I like the way it makes me feel. What are your thoughts on Rumble? I've made my thoughts on Rumble very, very clear. I think it's one of the most undervalued AI infrastructure plays. I've been in it for, at this point, years, and I plan on sitting on the stock. Been running the wheel on Hood, and I've been making money. If you like the wheel, great. Maybe the next thing to look into is portfolio secured puts. If you in the audience are a fan of the classic wheel strategy, the next thing would be portfolio secured puts. You said on that finance show that it was just a trade and it's overvalued, referring to AMC. If you're still talking about AMC in the year 2026, there's no helping you. Yeah, I feel bad for it. It happens on Twitter. Most 99% of the times it's spoken about here, it's because you guys are trolling me. Will very much believe it. What's the wheel? It's where you continually sell premium on one side, like selling calls. So let's say you have shares of whatever. You sell calls, and then eventually the calls, because you sold calls, your shares get taken away. So now you have all that capital. So you sell puts until that gets hit, and now you have the shares. So you keep bouncing back and forth. You sell one side, either calls or puts, and obviously you have to start off appropriately, either with the capital or with the shares. If you have the shares, you would be starting by selling calls. If you have the capital, you would start by selling puts. And then you keep selling that premium until one day, and you want to size it accordingly, where the cash is the perfect amount of shares, or obviously when selling calls, you'd want the amount of calls to represent properly how many shares you have. But anyway, you start on one side, the appropriate side, and you just keep selling premium until it's hit, and then you ping pong to the other side. That's the wheel strategy in a 30-second explanation. All right, we are coming up to RTH VWAP. Je vais WAP. We are at Je vais WAP, Mr. Captain. Oh, Captain, we are back at the VWAP. The VWAP is approaching. We can see VWAP on the horizon. Should we change course, Captain? Captain, we have 3 captures at 500 level. Oh, Captain, what do we do? What do we do, Captain? Dude, I would love to be a pirate. Not the modern age pirate, like where you're fucking up the sea waters of the seaway of Somalia. I'm talking the old school pirate. Like, you just get to get fucking drunk on rum, get to sing sea shanties all day with your buddies. Like, what a time. Don't get me wrong. I love being born in the era of Nasdaqistan. I do. But think about the opportunities we missed. Think about it. Dude, just ripping a good sea shanty. Ripping a great sea shanty. Scurvy. Well, I would just go back in time and say, hey guys, maybe we should eat some fruit. Maybe we need to focus on our diet. I did that. It was called the Marine Corps. Are you allowed to sing sea shanties while in the Marine Corps? Is that what the Marine? I would assume it was more common in the Navy that you just kind of be going around the world singing sea shanties. Is this a VWAP rejection? I want to make sure. Is my trade cop? The chance of me doing anything right today is pretty fucking slim. I want that to be well known and well documented. I'm going to write a Nasdaqistan sea shanty. Folks, be here tomorrow for Payday Friday because Chaos, the producer of the show, will be presenting a Nasdaqistan sea shanty. You guys are not going to want to miss that. I can already tell just from how it's being pitched that it's going to be quality. Speaking of that, let's play some music so I can talk a little less because I think I'm losing my fucking mind. I think I've always been losing my mind, but it's like really kind of hitting me today that I'm losing my mind. How's the volume level? That feels good. All right. Oh, Captain, we have breach the VWAP. What would you like us to do, Captain? Captain, should we rip the long? Captain, we are waiting your orders. Should we rip the long? It is past the 10 a.m. We are getting the 10 a.m. reversal, Captain. Captain, the reversal. It has started. Is that playing double speed? Why is my heart palpitating? That's the normal speed. Dude, I am legit losing my mind today. I thought it was double speed. I think my brain is functioning at half speed. We are just battling it out at VWAP currently. Down, 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 down. Sort of French, sort of an Asian nail tech. That's the accent I was going for. Stonk Whisper. No music, please. I have my own playing. All right, let's vote. Do you guys want music on or music off? Stonk Whisper is requesting it be off. But then how can I listen to your music, Stonk Whisper? The closing argument trial of this is crazy. Oh, the Clancy that's ending today? The Lindsay Clancy thing? Is that what you're talking about? Dude, lock her up. Oh my God. I don't understand the defense. I don't care if you're insane or not. Insanity should not be a defense. If you commit a crime, you commit a crime. You can't be like, fucking sorry. I don't get it. I deeply do not understand insanity as a defense. I picked one hell of a day to quit doing amphetamines. You did. Dude, Salesforce. Look at CRM. What do you call meltdown? Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Maybe you should never quit doing amphetamines. Maybe that's the real secret to life.
The shit I couldn't buy last year. I used to check my balance twice before I ordered one more beer. Had overdraft protection like a bodyguard who never showed.
Nasdaq Delta is still getting hit. Mag 7 is climbing. Interesting. S&P 500 did pop going flat, 1007. We did get that nice 10 a.m. reversal. The question is, will it hold? Rejected, rejected, support, support. Are we going to get the classic 10 a.m. 1008 reversal? We just had a nice double bottom at 500. Will 500 hold? Here's a look at the order flow. There was some selling here. Selling here at 540. Obviously, we're pressing this pretty decently, but support, support, support. Basically, it does 500 hold. Buying, sellers trap, nice pop. Ran into some trap sellers, but we're just oscillating around 500. Do we hold? Yes, no, maybe so. Will we hold? I mean, if you go long, it's not much risk. It's minimal risk, honestly. Obviously, you want to still size it properly, because if you go too big, even 20 points could ruin your life. We're just ping-ponging between these two VWAPs. Which way does it go? Higher low, higher low. Kind of equal lows, I guess. But we're... Mag 7 is picking up. 3 minute. That's a lot of... Which way? Is it going to actually get going above VWAP?
Order filled.
This is the most I can go for on the MFF accounts. Dude. All right, I took a long, obviously. Is it going to break? I need it to hold above 70-ish. Should I just make it a free trade? Oh, yes, no, free trade, yes, no. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Do I take the risk and go this and risk just below 500 and let it actually breathe? Oh, I don't know what to do. Do I make it a free trade or do I carry the risk? We're at reason. I feel like the right move is to make it a free trade. Make it a free trade. Let's not freak out. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully, I mean, the odds of a pullback are pretty decent, but it's going to be what it's going to be. Come on. I'll probably move this target. I just wanted to size it up because on the funded on the MFFs I can only do 900. Then where's 1200? You can only make 1200. Okay, so the tradeifys can only go to 50. The MFFs can only go to 20, and then the other ones, the Lucids and the take profits can go to 1,500. So the most I could go for, and this is just for the evals. Obviously, the funded ones are uncapped. Okay, so basically 20, 50, and 80 are my levels. So I did structure it, I believe, properly. So like these evals, I stopped it at 900 on MFF. And obviously the stops at break even. On Tradeify, I moved it up to 1,200. And then on the take profits, I have it at 1,500. We'll do 79 on this one. All right, we'll see how it goes. It's a free trade. My stop's at break even. The question is, do I want to trade on this account?
Order filled.
Order filled. We're ripping it. All right, we could come back to that later. How is my other account doing? Did I put in targets on this? All right, we're really reaching for it on this one, on the competition account. All right, first target is 620. Stops are at break even. We're fishing today, folks. Potential. All right, it's just more of, do we break through? I don't mind getting the stop to break even when we have either one large area of resistance, or you could call it one medium and one small, but regardless, we got rejected. It could get rejected. My fill is just below session VWAP, but not RTH VWAP. So there is a very real shot of it dips enough to wick me out right here, like the bottom of this 1 minute cloud, and then it goes. That's possible, but I have to take that risk because it could also get rejected and actually vomit. I don't want to be there, and maybe it doesn't dip. Like, the one situation I don't want to happen is it dips, wicks me out, and then pops perfectly from there, because then I'd have to get another fill at probably a higher value. So I'm giving myself a shot. I have my stop at break even, so if it goes, it goes. But if it does break down, it's not going to cost me anything. But DJ and Matt at the wheel, you know, for being extremely sleep deprived, I think I'm doing somewhat well. My stop's at break even. I mean, if you guys had to put me on a tilt meter, where do you think I'm at right now? We need to start a new thing where you guys can like comment out my tiltedness. What would be a good way to measure tiltedness? How could we do that? What's a realistic thing where you guys could just spam how tilted I seem to be or not be? 2 out of 10. We need a cool. When I say the word tilt, what comes to mind? We have to be more creative. Like a seesaw. What's tilted? What's something that gets tilted? The Leaning Tower of Pisa. Like, how many leaning towers? When I say the word tilted, what's the first thing that pops in here? A pinball. Pinball, okay. We could be better, but we're getting there. Pinball machine. When I'm trying to cheat at pinball. Your Corolla when you climb into it? Dude, that's so good. The tilted towers. We need to figure out, but I guess tilt-a-whirl Fortnite. Is this just, we're clearly running into this region between 570 and 600. We're just at resistance. If it gets rejected, I'm going to get knocked out. Which isn't the best for the funded MFF accounts. Not the end of the world, whatever. What's POL? Lifecraft. What the hell is POL? Hole. A mat meter? That could work. But anyway, I only saw one vote for my tiltedness. You guys said 2 out of 10. I don't even know if I'm a 2 out of 10. I'm a 9 out of 10 delirious. But that's about it. Jesus? No, Seth. We should not use the Jesus scale. We're not doing that again. He's not okay. Your house when you get too close to the wall. Antidote. I will be personally naming you in my suicide note. I'll say, if you want to know why, ask Antidote 88. Love Matt. When you lost 800K, that was the most tilted I've seen you. Sadly, I've probably been more tilted losing less money. What is this that we're trading? We're trading the NASDAQ. We're trading NQ. We're trading, I guess, commonly people know it as QQQ, but we're just trading it on the futures market. So we're trading the NASDAQ 100. You could either trade QQQ, you could trade NDX, which is the actual index, or you could trade it in a levered way. I believe 20-to-1 leverage on the NASDAQ futures market. Dude, so many times with those references. Yeah, because it's the mood I'm in today. Get over it. Give me a break. Better be careful, Market Stalker. I'm going to list you too for being fucking annoying about it. I was almost feeling better. And then Market Stalker walks in. Is it a triple top or is it a breakout? What do I do? Folks, as my financial advisors, what would you guys do right now? Any update on the payout? No update. No update. But what I need an update is this a triple top? Uh-oh. There was some selling. Right there. Whoopsie-daisies. Missed that one. Hopefully... Yeah, look at this. Buyers trapped, buyers trapped, buyers trapped, buyers trapped. Got into selling. It's smaller. It's small. It's a big order, but it's smaller than what we saw. Are these buyers trapped? Like, it's really running into a wall here at 588, which is exactly where we got wicked in the first 2 minutes of the day. Cut 2, leave the rest. That would be smart. But are we here to do the smart things? I just feel confident, you know? Wait, what do I need? I need 620 as my first target. 650 as my second target. I'm moving it down to 49 just in case there's a sneaky rejection. Just in case there's a little sneaky rejection. I want it 49 exactly. This is for the trade of fives. We're managing a couple different exits. What about these MFFs? We'll go to 19. I'm thinking that maybe going to a stranger value could help. Front running it by about a point. Just in case there's some shenanigans we don't want to be involved at. Okay, I think we're good. And then, of course... Oh, wait.
to decorate the day. Then they auction every future just to finance the play. Middle class women, why the top pull away? Everybody buying buckets, but the boat got decay. I don't trust applause from the architect stage. Every chapter feel familiar, only swap out the page. If inflation was a prison, then we all in the cage. Everybody chasing number.
All right, this is the funded Lucid account. So just to get a payout and kind of as a trade day, I want to lock in at 200 if it pulls back. So I just need to treat that funded account a little bit differently, just because a trade day is like $150 or something like that. So if I don't see another opportunity, I would like it to be green enough that it still counts as one of my 5 days. Other than that, we're reaching to, I guess, 1500. And we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that little ditty plays out. I could always add. I mean, if I really do think it's going to break, the stop's at break even on the first trade, so I'm carrying no risk. Ooh, look at the book map above. Can you guys see that? There's a lot of sellers here at 585. If it breaks 585, real shot of revisiting just above 600, but you could see it. Ooh, they just dropped it too. 585, they just dropped it to 582 to get out, and it did get filled. So that little wall at 585 just got pulled. Well, kind of pulled, kind of filled. Okay, next stop is 600. All right, I'm looking for 619 to max out the MFF accounts. It's my first trade of the day, too. How's my trading competition going? Are you fucking kidding me? Why is the guy I'm going against up so much? All right. I need to dial it in, folks. I know there's been a lot of laughs and ha-has and hee-hees, but this is a serious show. This is a serious show for serious people. And I blame you guys for letting me get distracted. I blame you guys. That's your tilt measurement, the F-it meter. I just want my measurement to be how much money am I going to make. Did we lock in IB yet? Not quite, but we're not also that far away. Salesforce is ripping. Rum catching a nice bid. What are we missing out on? I feel like, are we missing anything crazy right now? Nvidia continuing higher. Meta in between that range from yesterday. Broadcom showing life. My long calls needed that. Lamb Research showing a little bit of life. I liked it better above 325. Rum getting a little bit of green. Overall, nice pop. Having an issue at 10. That's to be expected. Netflix. How is Micron was very green, getting hit. Same with SanDisk. Apple, a little red. Nice push into close yesterday, not holding. Tesla's trying to get that breakout of 350. Microsoft is moving, folks. SpaceX slightly green. AMD actually going red. Palantir, like yesterday, another green day. Intel, a nice green push. Amazon slightly red. Google slightly red. TSM slight push. Hut 8 data center play pushing. MRVL, remember Marvel reporting after the market closes today. The impressive one is Nvidia and Salesforce. How's CrowdStrike doing? CrowdStrike's looking really good too. So Nvidia, CrowdStrike, and Salesforce are all like just destroying right now. Look at this. 18% on CrowdStrike, 21% on Salesforce. Very impressive. Very impressive. How many of you are playing CrowdStrike or Salesforce? And if you don't mind, how are you playing it? Are you in the stock? Are you playing calls? Did you sell puts? Let me hear that good news. Let me hear that good news on CrowdStrike and Salesforce. I'm only break even. I went long at 583 on this. Just trying to lock in a quick 250. SPX is trying to get going. 725. I'm still looking at the top of this negative gamma. This is why I'm confident in the long position. Yeah, of course it could drop, but I'm looking for this push up to 720, 725 right here. I want to see the flip from negative to positive gamma in this little pocket right here is my main target on the day. come on. Break 600. Just get that pop. I got calls off the 5-minute orb on CRM up 300%. Long-term investor in CrowdStrike sold puts on Nvidia prior to earnings. These all paid. Congrats. CrowdStrike up as well, 50%. Almost trimmed some of the cons, letting the reps ride. I want 255 calls. You guys are crushing it. Congrats. Massive, massive congrats. Oh, speaking of crushing it, is your boy going to make some money? Is your boy going to max out some of these accounts? Don't do this to me.
Order.
There we go. All right, so 3 of these locked in because once again, you can only do 900 per day. They do have a 30% consistency. So locked in, locked in, locked in, and those are disconnected, so I won't keep trading them. Next up is the 40% consistency on trading or Tradeify, which I can run that up to 49. Should I move these all to 49? Yeah, I'll just leave it. It's either going to work or it's not going to work. You have to have patience, but locked in. You know what I need to do? On these funded ones where there is drawdown, I need to update 2 of these. Just trying to be a little bit more reasonable with the actual funded accounts, especially because it's just nice to get green on them. So for the funded accounts, for the funded MFF, for the funded Lucid, on those 3 that I have, I moved all those stops into the money because they're funded and it's nice to make the money. And then for the other ones, I'm still just kind of rocking it. We're going to see how it goes. The evals, I'm either going to max them out on the day or it's going to be break even. And I just go back to where I was this morning. What do I have on this one? Okay, 650 on that. I can't. All right, gonna de-risk a little, either making 266 or losing 377 on a different account. The 1030 thresh incoming. Yeah, we're about to set IB. So the initial balance, the current intraday high and low, is going to be set in about 27 seconds. If you don't know what IB is, it stands for initial balance, and it's literally just the first hour of the day. 9:30 to 10:30, what's the high, what's the low? And people like to play that breakout, breakdown, fake out, breakout, fake out, breakdown. But it's just the first 60-minute Orbo. Hit the 1.2K max on eval yesterday and today. Just need 600-ish to pass the eval tomorrow. Oh, on Tradeify? Congrats. Congrats, congrats, congrats. If you guys don't mind, in chat, could you guys let me know your favorite prop firm? Like, which one is the one that you're currently buying the accounts on? Is it TPT? Is it Tradeify? Is it MFF? Is it Apex? Is it Legends? Is it FFN? Is it... I'm probably forgetting many. TPT, I think I said that. Which one are you guys like, this is the one for Lucid? I forgot Lucid. Is it some weird thing like E8 or Breakout Prop? Tradeify. Okay, wait. Lucid, Tradeify for me personally. I use Goonie every time. Vanquish. Oh, options. Yeah. Lucid, FTMO. I have not used FTMO. Lucid, then MFF, then Tradeify, then it varies. I use TPT and MFF. TPT for sure. Lucid and Top Step. I don't use Top Step. Right now, Alpha. I don't know how to use my I would not use Alpha, folks. They just rugged everyone on those premium account pullouts. Those other ones, whatever, but Alpha, be careful, man. They rugged everyone in July. Be careful with Alpha. They literally rugged all of their all those premium accounts, and I don't even think they've processed the refunds that they promised people. FTMO is more EU. Okay, that makes sense then. But Apex and Lucid, I bought 300 evals with Apex on there using your code boss. LO, how much do you get from that? I think the percentage, I actually don't know off the top of my head. I have to check. A lot of them are different. I can't keep them all straight, but I do appreciate you guys using it. for anyone. Obviously, if you plan on buying that product and you're trying to get a better deal, but you want to support the show, to any of you who use that code Goonie, like seriously, thank you. You guys are what make it possible for me to run this show and not have to return to corporate life. You guys are putting food on the table of my employees. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Anyone try out Breakout Prop Firm? I'm seeing more about it. I was tempted to try it. I was tempted to try Funded Next, E8, and Breakout. I haven't tried those three, but those are the three that I'm like, should I try it? What was the other one? Phidias or some shit like that? I see people talking about those. Breakout is awesome. I truly have not used it. I can't say anything positive or negative. I'm seeing positive discussion on the internet, but I just haven't used it. CryptoFace is an advocate for Breakout Prop Firm. Who is CryptoFace? FYI, code Goonie didn't work on my wife. Probably won't when I'm such a fatty right now. What about Fivers? Never heard of Fivers. Yeah, I've been seeing Breakout being advertised a bunch lately. I believe it's backed by Kraken. Is that right? Does anyone know? What? You don't know CryptoFace? Why would I know CryptoFace? That seems like just a random channel. Glad you finally got an MFF code. Hated buying them and not being able to use the code. Then I accidentally used Club this week, but I'll be better on the next accounts. It's all good. Thank you. I just started trying Imperial. It lets you hold overnight up to 45 days and options. Whoa. TSM. Something just happened with TSM. Hang on. We got an alert on TSM. Ooh, breakout. Breakout alert on TSM. Higher low confirmation. Maybe breaking this trend line somewhat soon. Don't mind it for a swing trade. Higher low, your risk would be 404. You're chasing a little bit at 427, but if it breaks out at 430, you might be targeting 450 and then some. Apex. How is my position looking? I'm slightly green. I locked in the MFFs. I moved up my stops on some of these, but on the Tradeifys, I'm looking for 649 to lock in that 1200. If only I took double the size, I would already be done. If I went full size, I'm trading half size right now because I didn't know how things were going to be shaking out this morning, but it is on the struggle bus at 600. Rejection, rejection, overshoot. Could be a rejection here. But then this resistance down here at 9 or 550 might turn into support. We'll see. If it can recover 600, I'm feeling pretty good, at least of the retest. A little bit of the IB is now set because we're past 1030, but a little bit of a smack right at that intraday high there at 622. Wow, my fill at 619 was kind of lucky. We topped at 622. I didn't know this though, but if you guys missed the news, in my personal opinion, you are only asking for trouble if you still use alpha futures. The D-Day was July 12th. Everything was fine. All of their stuff was, we're paying people, we're great, we're the newest, we're the best, we're going to be awesome. And then July 12th, they said, actually, we've lost $25 million on these premium accounts, and everyone who's pending a payout, it's just canceled, and we're not doing refunds. And then there was such a community uproar that they said, fine, we're going to pay out people. And then they're like, fine, we'll also do refunds. But from what I've seen, only a couple people have been paid out from their pending payouts, and only a couple people have gotten refunds. You're like, it's just, when there's so many other options out there, why take on that risk of using something like that? So in terms of recent prop firm blowups, the most recent one is Alpha Futures, and I would highly recommend you just don't use that and find another one that is like, I don't know, actually paying people out. So I saw before that someone said they're using Alpha. I think you're taking on an inappropriate risk. Like, trading is already hard enough. And now imagine you're in the situation that you beat the game of trading and then the firm itself rugs you. You mean Ninja Trader excuse was not the reason? Oh, when they said that they were paying, yeah, didn't they? How much money did they owe Ninja Trader, specifically Trade of 8? But then they were going back and forth about who owes who money. Like they were in debt. I don't know. Why don't you get these other CEOs and props to work with you? I mean, I'm happy to interview any of them if they like want to come on the show. I've been in this trade forever, but I don't mind. I honestly, circling back to the tiltometer, I'm feeling pretty decent. Hang on.
Order filled.
We're swinging it on that one. We're going for it on that one, Tonto. All right, let me switch back to these accounts. My next target is 649, just because nothing too special about that level. Well, I should see if there's something special about that level. We're just getting caught up in this resistance, got in there, try to break out, fake out, breakout, led to a previous resistance turning into support. Now we're just trying to see if we can actually get going. 630 could be a bit of a hiccup. 662. 662 is the overnight high. So clearly there is going to be, if we break and run, there's a region of resistance between 654 and 662. We kind of spiked there at, what is that? Late last night, post earnings. Yeah. 20 o'clock, 8 p.m. And then again at 5 a.m. this morning. So between 650 and 660. I like that region, but that involves getting above this region. Yeah, actually, the fake out breakout wasn't even really a fake out breakout. We ran into pre-market issues. You can see a spike, a spike, a spike, a spike. That's exactly where this wick went, right above it. And now it's getting a bit hit. Remember, I protected myself by going to break even, and some of them I did move into profit. Some of them I did move into profit. How do I want to play this? If it bounces here, I'm not afraid to add. Not afraid to add. If it can bounce out of here.
Order filled.
Okay. The protection ones I just got knocked out of. Those funded accounts, I did lock in green. I just didn't want to get to go to break even. Right here, 200, 200, and 200. So highlighted, 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 lock those all in. Locked those all in. The question is, do I want to buy on these evals? I'm watching closely. I might add because, as I said, stops at break even. I'm taking on no additional risk. Taking on no additional risk. If we can bounce out of this, I'll slap it on. The old 1039 dump. You guys think I'm crazy. You guys think I'm crazy. I said it. The old 1039 dump. It strikes again. There's few things that are guaranteed in the world of trading, but one of them does happen to be the 1039 dump. I should have known. I should have been better prepared for it. I should have been better prepared. Should have been better prepared. Should have been. That's on me, folks. I lost track of time and I missed out on the old 1039 drop. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Is this going to recover? It could just be a little VWAP retest situation. You have the 1 minute 50 EMA at 60. You have one VWAP at 38. You have another VWAP at 29. You have the 50% of today's range at 523. So this, between 560 and 520, it is kind of an interesting, like, will we bounce off of this? That and ICT. Yeah. ICT is definitely who we should all be learning from. Do I want this? Let me check order flow and let me check options flow to see if I want to add here. If I'm right here, is resistance going to turn into support? That's the current question. SPY's taking a little bit of a hit. Mag 7 still climbing. NASDAQ is going flat. So it looks like someone starting at 1037 started to hit the options market. Someone's buying puts. They might be buying open, buying to close, but it's not the most extreme. And we still haven't hit 25. We tipped out at 18. What do you guys think? Would you dip buy here? Do you want a short here, or do you not like the play? What do you guys think about this one? I'm thinking that SPX, yeah, I see this little momentary hit. I'm still looking at the top of this region up here to 720, 725. I'm still looking for that gamma flip from negative to positive. And it could happen, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee the pathway there. My break even is at 29. I'm going to move it up to 30 here. I just want to make sure I have all of my accounts set up properly. I think I do. I'm worried I messed up the trade copier. Might be coming from me, which is a bummer because I was up decently. I took advantage of some of it, locked in about 900, but I was trying to really hold for that breakout of 600. It just so happened that we got beat down at a pre-market high, ran into resistance that I was not paying attention to. But I'm fine sitting here just because there's no risk. Like, if we bounce, we bounce. If I get knocked out, I get knocked out. It's just a shame that my fill is perfectly this VWAP, so the chance of a wick out is really high. But you got to protect yourself. You got to protect yourself. I like the short back to 7,700. I'd have to say I disagree with that. Edward is looking at a dip buy. The question is when. 550, where we're at now, is the point of control. This is all just like a massively important region. One dip, tries to recover. Second dip. It's like, can it get back up? Dip buy. How many of you are in the thumbs up if you're in the dip buy camp right now? Thumbs down if you're not. You guys are, in fact, my financial advisors. How many of you are in the dip buy camp? Slap a thumbs up. I'm trying to be patient with it. I didn't want to add on this rip. Thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs up. Could be the 1030 switch. Could be. Still looking to short. I don't know. This seems... I mean, because I'm looking at the SPY, which is considerably stronger. It could just be a... Literally, it could just be a VWAP. Wait, like perfectly kiss VWAP. It might just be a VWAP bounce. Like, are we just getting the V shape out of this? What's options flow looking like? Part of the issue was SPX getting hit. I like 720. I like 725. I like 730. There's like a call credit spread up there, I believe. Yeah, it's a call credit spread at 730. So they might be trying to test this player. Someone has a call credit spread at 730 that they might be trying to screw with. SPX is continuing to climb while NQ is taking a little bit more of a hit. So NQ, a bit of weakness right now, while ES is actually strong. So the question is, who's right, who's wrong? What's funny is ES is climbing as the options market's taking a bit of a hit. Mag 7 flattening out after a nice push. Nasdaq going flat all day. I'm about to get wicked out. Get away. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I demand a bounce. I demand a bounce. Could just be a perfect little VWAP, a little fake out. Do you think that like swept people in? If it recovers, I love these plays where it wicks below and quickly recovers. It's one of my favorite plays. It really is. So I'd need a recovery about 56. I like those little fake outs right here. A good example of it is 1008. Fakes people out, rejected at VWAP, goes below, takes out some of the recent lows, pops anyway. Is it going to go?
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, obviously I took that trade. I'm just going to update my risk. So one of them is break even. One is for... I'm moving it up. It's still a break even risk. But that actually changes what I can do here. What is trading? What is not trading? Now my brain's messed up. Okay, so where's 1200? Uh-oh. All right, let me move this one up to 1500, but then I need to readjust. All right, let me readjust on the Tradeifys because the Tradeifys are 1200, so I need to go through these individually. Take the change, you filthy animal. $605. Will it actually go? All right, updating just the Tradeifys to 1200. So the Tradeifys are all good. I disconnected those. That's taken care of. Tradeifys are good. Lead account is at...
Order filled.
Okay, Tradeifys I think just hit. No. Oh, no. The other ones I did a little scalp. I didn't mean to get out, but whatever. The funded accounts right here. Sorry. My brain's all over. I had it set to 600, so those just locked in. Obviously less of a target, but whatever. The funded accounts going from 200 to just below 600. Don't mind that at all. Once again, funded accounts just slowly but surely growing. Looking to lock in these Tradeifys, and I almost did, dude. Off by one tick. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Mine was at 605 and the high was 604.75. I was off by one tick from maxing these out. Are you kidding? If this is a 600 rejection from here, one tick. They're watching me. Folks, do you need any more evidence that they are actually trying to screw me over. Like, the market is against me individually. Like this, there's no way. That's truly insane. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. One tick away. It's got to be Israel. You know, this has Netanyahu written all over it. It really does, for very evident reasons. I will go on record saying that this is probably because of Netanyahu. It's the globalists. It's the yen. It's a mixture of the globalists, the yen, and Netanyahu. They're coming for me. They don't want to see me succeed. Little do they know, I don't know what I'm doing, so there's no way they can know what I'm doing. You know what will get me through this? Our friendship.
Order filled.
There we go. Locked in. The Tradeify 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200. Tradeify's locked in. Next up is the Lucids and the Take Profits. And stops at break even. So once again, I'm risking nothing, but just trying to manage this slowly but surely. So Tradeifys are good. 1200, 1200, 1200, 1200. Just to not confuse myself, I will be disconnecting that. The MFFs, I also locked in 900, 900, 900. So we're going to be disconnecting the MFFs. We're slowly but surely disconnecting. This should be updating shortly. And then hopefully I could just max out, except the globalists are knocking the market again. It's kind of nice that they came for me just to let me out by a tick. It's because Netanyahu realized I was onto him. He overshoots my target by one tick. You see that? They undershoot it, they overshoot it. Because Netanyahu knows I'm onto him. He knows I'm onto him, folks. There's no other explanation. No other explanation. And once again, I'm stops just at break even. Maybe it shouldn't be. Should the stop be at 31? Makes you wonder, should the stop be moved down to the low or break even? Nah, I'll leave it at break even. I care about the psychology of staying green. You know what? We're actually going to move it up just to pay off the commissions. Just to pay off the commission. When a funded account has a consistency rule, what target do you reference? I understand for evals, the example 40% on 3K profit, but 1.2 would max target for funded. It's whatever number you're comfortable starting to take money out at. I do the consistency, I reverse engineer and saying, okay, this is my first goal for me to take out I don't want to take out money before target X. So whatever target X is for you, if you're comfortable taking payouts at 53K, 54, 55, whatever it is, you reverse engineer it from there. We're really running into resistance here, but support is getting higher. Support, overshoot, support. So it's weird because resistance is holding pretty steady between 590 and 620, but support is climbing up. So the buyers are getting more aggressive, but the bears are holding pretty steady. Oh, is this coming for me? Shit. Yeah. If it knocks me out, it knocks me out. I put my stop to slightly in the green just to cover these commissions. Maybe it bounces. Maybe I get lucky. But it's tough to fight the globalists, man. It's really tough. My stop is right above the VWAPs. That's all right, though, because if I get knocked out for break even, I might be able to reposition at a better fill. 50 is the point of control. So 50 is the point of control. 240 is VWAP. 233 is a different VWAP. The 50% is 520. Can I add here? Well, I mean, I could do whatever I want. I am my own mom. If it does pop, is there really a point to adding? What was my target? If I add, do I add? Just scale into a winning position? Do I want to add to a winning position? It is eval, so I don't have to care that much. Yes or no? I closed my log when you said Netanyahu. Smart man.
Order filled.
Why is it not showing the total? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know.
Order filled.
What the fuck?
Order filled.
I don't know what happened. I did make $1,000 though. Something happened with my remit. I guess I've been doing too many orders. Not a bad fill, honestly. So what do I do? How do I do it if you're hitting a rate limit? How does one navigate this? I successfully failed on that one. I do want to add to this one though. Can I add? Will it let me?
Order filled.
Oh, nice. Order filled.
Order filled.
Okay, so I'm going for another 500. So 85. So 15. I can't move this order, so I kind of have to do it properly. Okay. I don't think I can move that order. I think I've had too many orders. Hey, Matt, are we green today? You know it, brother. I'm either green or not done. That's the perpetual rule of playing in the world's largest casino. Either you're green or you just need more time. Your boy never goes red. I'll temporarily go red, but that's just because the session isn't over. Because I'm not done with that session yet. Is this to do with the simulated stop equals true? No, because a bot isn't doing it, but it's the same issue of I put in too many orders in the past 60 minutes because I keep moving around and stuff. And every time you move, it's technically a new order. And when you multiply that out by all the accounts, that's how you hit the rate limit. What are your thoughts on the Wyckoff method? If it was as easy as the Wyckoff method, we would all be billionaires. Why is this one account? Oh, that's the competition account. Why do these accounts seem to be very different values? Maybe I should just do these individually and just let it go. What is this one? It's 77. Only needs 400. See, I can't do it. 77, 76. Yeah, this is so stupid that they don't let you do that. So I can manually update all of them. 77, 76, 78 is fine. 75. Oh, hell yeah. Toby Kohrs. All right. I'm just updating these. This is so annoying that they do it. I get why they do it, because they don't want people spamming the system. But when you're copy trading, like the fact that they're counting them all as individual trades is a bit annoying. Because instead of just dragging it, now I have to go in, delete it, place a new order. Like when all I'm trying to do is update it. Like I just don't think that they should be counting it as a whole new order. It's kind of annoying. And by kind of, I mean it's absurdly annoying. Because now I have to go through, delete, reset. I can't just drag it the way it was. You end up at the same, I don't know. It's just a bit annoying. But anyway, for me to max these out, because of that weirdness that just happened, we have slightly different targets of what we're doing. But the lowest one is 28. The highest one is 37. So I just need a little bit of a follow through here. Hang on, Piper did fire. Oh, 27. All right, if you're in the Discord, I'm just putting in Piper right now. Well, that's a bummer. We just took a hit. I almost seemed smart for a second. I almost seemed smart. I really wanted this all hit when I was with you guys, because then we could have upgraded them all. Because once I do this, I'm at the profit target. I need a scalp trade tomorrow on TPT, but in real time, I'd be able to upgrade all the other lucids. Like if this hits, I pass the lucids. And then I'm a little bit away from securing another payout on the LFFs. Come on, let's go. I want to end this on a positive note. Come on. Come on, America. This is what the American dream is about, folks. It's about risking your kids' college fund for you to hit a Nasdaqian trade. It's all about putting your kids' future on the line to just bask in the glory of success. Like, that's what it's about. That really is. What the F is a Wyckoff? Honestly, I'm afraid to ask myself. Come on. My financial health depends on this. I shouldn't have had it in the 529. Yeah, that sucks, brother. Yeah, that sucks, dude. Kohrs. Built. Mountain cold. Built. Ford tough. Cotton. Cotton. All right, what's one final song to cause this pop so I can call it in workday? Will Paracours bring us? No. What's the song that will like really make this happen? It needs to speak to me. What song? A little emo. Come on. What's good, Canada? What's good, my maple syrup lovers? Come on. Come home. No, don't you do this. Don't you do this. Come on. Nothing but rent. Well, we're going to see nothing but green. We're using reverse psychology with this song. This is it. I can feel it in my bones. This is a financial guarantee. If you hate Canada. It's reverse psychology. Red candles produce green candles.
This is our last song. This song's dedicated to that loser, Cosmic Avocado.
Come on. You could do it. You could do it. Canada! 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 Fuck Canada! I'll never financially recover. Are you kidding me? $2 away. This is so fucking rigged. This is so rigged. I've been in casinos that are more fair than this. I've actually legitimately been in casinos that are more fair than this fucking market right now. I don't know what to tell you. It's the fucking yen, dude. It's the globalists. This has Netanyahu written all over it. This. Come on. May the army of light defeat Netanyahu's evil forces. May Jesus' army of light defeat the globalists who are manipulating the yen. Come on. Down with the globalists. Down with the yen. Down with the globalists. Yeah, Lifecraft, why don't you fuck off? You're being annoying. Matt, it's in the dark pools. That's where my sanity is. Yeah, come on, dude. How's this other trade doing? $650. Down with the globalists. Free Diddy. Are you fucking kidding me? It hit the value. It hit 628. My order is 628. Fucking Netanyahu. I don't know what you guys want from me. I'm bending over backwards to make this work. Bending over backwards to make this work. This has to be a joke. This must be some sort of brutal joke. There must have been like a trade at that level. Actually, NQ never got there. MNQ did, so I have a feeling it was because there was a really thin book. But NQ never hit the level. MNQ did, but there must have been like one trade that went through or something. Thin book issues. Thin. I wish I had thin issues. I have the opposite. I have a fat book issue. I have a fat book. Considering it's Sim, shouldn't it go through? Nope. Not at all. That's not how Sim works. Sim doesn't work by just saying, did it trade at that value? It's a little bit more complicated than that.
Same people laughing got real quiet now. Funny how they show up when the green lights flash. Never saw them once when the
What song is
charts all
this?
crash.
This started with me. This is actually painful to watch. It hit, I don't know what to do. You can do it! You can do it! Go, go, go. All right, we're gonna start cheating. Fuck. Fuck. Fucking globalist, man.
Yeah, now they posting screenshots every day. Like conviction never got in the way. Everybody's got a victory speech once the target's finally within reach. But I remember every sleepless night. Futures bleeding underneath the lights. Portfolio looking like a crime scene. Still I held onto the laundry. Everybody loves a rocket ride. Nobody loves the years in sight. Building something when it's hard to see what the future's ever gonna be.
All right. We have a little bit of rocket support, and we are creating a gravitational pull to the upside. What else do we need? Maybe we just need a penguin. I don't know if this helps or not. We're going to try. We're throwing a penguin on the chart because we're going to slip to the upside. Come on. Engage. Engage. Bigger. Bigger. Go. Maybe we need more magnets. I don't know what to do. Maybe we need to push it up. Oh, just push it up.
Funny how the story changed.
Boop, 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 boop. Go, 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 go. Buying pressure. Go, 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 go.
Order filled.
Hey! America! Well, that one didn't get a fill. That one's a little higher. So we locked on some of these. Wait, what about the TPTs? TPTs are next. 33. We ran into 28. I need 33. So we're locking in some. Locked in, locked in, locked in. Go, go, go. Lock in more. Lock in more. Matt just needed to finger the market. They didn't call me ghost fingers in high school for no reason. Well, that and tripod. I got bullied a lot in high school. Like, here comes the horse. Here comes Mr. Tripod. Lots of bullying. Lots of bullying. If the market, if fucking Netanyahu doesn't calm down about to finger him. Come on. Come on. I'm about to finger all the globalists.
Order filled.
There we go. Okay. 1500, 1500, 1500, 1500. What's the next one? This is the last one. 178. Just a little bit more. LOL, what? Don't worry about it. You wouldn't understand. There's two groups of people in this world. I deeply believe all of humanity could be split into two groups of people. People who have fingered a globalist and people who haven't. You happen to be talking to a guy who's in the first camp. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of you guys don't know me for that. You think, Matt, great trader, known for AMC, GME, ruggedly good looking. Like, you guys know me for a lot of other things, but you probably don't know. Top tier globalist finger over here. The Giga Meme Warriors know exactly. Just a little bit more, and then we're good on this account. I'm just trying to finish her up. Past one Lucid, past another Lucid, past this Lucid. One more Lucid to go. That's funded. Past that, take profit. Yeah, I just basically passed all these ones. So I just need to do one trade day on them tomorrow, and then I'm good. Confirmed. Megan is a globalist. Of course she's a globalist. Was there ever a doubt in your mind that Megan wasn't a globalist? Come on. If this trade doesn't hit, there's going to be fucking problems. I can't believe you guys didn't know that Megan's obviously a globalist. I think Piper might be a globalist too. She always sneaks off her secret meetings. She gets picked up by her Illuminati buddies and goes to those oil or owl burning effigy things. Piper's into some sketchy shit, man. Like every so often there's people in like just black suits like MI6 who show up at our door, and she's like gone for 2 weeks, coming back speaking like Russian. Piper's into... What was that? I just heard something. Piper's into something. That's why Megan won't let you have your Apex payouts, because of the globalists, dude. Everyone's a globe. I'm starting to think that some of you are globalists. And you're here to keep tabs on me. But that's why sometimes I say a bunch of things I don't mean, is to throw off the globes. Actually, legally, you have to, if someone asks, like if you're a cop and someone asks you you're a cop, legally you have to say yes. The same is true with globalists. So remember, legally you have to tell us, are you guys a globalist? Who in chat's a globalist? Remember, legally, you have to be honest. You're not allowed to lie about this. He caught on sending this. I'm here for this. Just, all right, globalists. How about fucking, I'm going to finger the market again. Cops don't need to say that, by the way. That's exactly what a cop would say when you know you do have to say it. You're like, no, please, like, you can't ask us anyway. They do. And I know they do, because that's exactly what you would say if it were true, just to get us off your trail. See, this is the issue with globalists, is like they're so easy to spot. They're so easy to spot as a globalist. Dude, this is taking forever. I mean, I've even fingered the market at this point. Maybe we should put... the penguin. We'll put the penguin on the rocket. We're fingering the market. All right, penguin goes on the rocket, obviously, because how else would it ride into space? Look at that. When you... Sometimes you just gotta do it. Cops can regularly lie. It's legal for them to do that. No, it's actually not. And I know that because all you would have to say is liar, liar, pants on fire, and then their pants would catch on fire. So it's just too high risk. They wouldn't lie. They can't lie. Like literally all you would have to do is hit them with a liar, liar, pants on fire, and boom, their pantalones would be en fuego. Really, from a legal perspective, really easy to defend that one. Come on. I feel like I'm the only one putting in effort today. I feel like I'm the only one who cares. Got up to 35 and I needed 37. Rum caught a nice bid. Hell yeah. CrowdStrike and Salesforce are looking amazing. And look at that. Rum is popping. Look at this rocket ship of the 5-minute chart on the SPX. We're running into a little bit of a sketchy zone, which is shitty for me because it got to 34.50 and I needed 37. And it was just one final one right here. What do I do? Do I just let it sit? Do I spaz out and add to the position? It's a fucking globalist, dude. I could double down and then I would only need it to like 30 or something. What's the best way to handle this? Do I put a cheeky little bid at 601? Do I put a little bid to double down? Do you have a stop on that position? No. That's what the globalists are looking for. That's exactly what the globalists would be looking for. Just don't full port. I'm about to full port it. This is getting embarrassing. I'm about to full port it. We're about to full port. They can't hunt stops if you don't use them. Exactly. 4 out of 10 tilt meter. You guys are about to see a 10 out of 10 if this doesn't go my way. You guys are about to see a 10 out of 10. What are we doing? Some buyers just stepped in right there at 610. Right here. What time is it? It's 11:24.
Order filled.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Oops.
Order filled.
What could go wrong, right? I think the globalists are coming for me. I did way too much in that dip. Not the most ideal. We're getting tilted. I would say we're up to a 6 at this point. We're up to a 6. We are definitely up to a 6. Can we get higher? Can we push it to a 7? Can we get it up to double it again? Fuck. It's not really showing any signs of balancing quite yet, though. That's the real problem. I would like some sort of enthusiasm to go off of. 93. Come on, show me a V. Where's the V? These globalists, man. This is how I feel right now. Actually, I have a meeting. What time is that meeting at? Hang on. Everyone hold tight. Oh shit, it's in 3 minutes. Ah!
Order filled.
Well, we're going to see if that works or not. Either it's hitting 606.50 and I'm out and I pass this one or not, but I do have a call, so I have to drop because the call's in like 2 minutes. So you guys, either this account's blowing out or I'm hitting 606.50. Like, that's it. Like, at a certain point, you have to stand up to the globalists. You're either going to live in a world where you let the globalists do what they want, or sometimes you just have to stand up to them. So this is either going to blow out or we're hitting 606.50 and I'm done and I passed this last test. So we're going to see how it goes. That's not looking the best. It's just, dude, these globalists, you give them an inch and they take a mile. All right, very quickly before I go, shout out to MFF. If you want a rapid end of day drawdown, daily payouts, 90-10 split, huge discount, use that code Goonie. Other than that, I appreciate all the vibes today. I appreciate you guys putting up with me as I'm extremely sleep deprived and definitely losing my mind. And to all the globalists in the chat, just know I'm on to you. Just know I'm on to you. Other than that, we'll be posting some content later on today and then streaming once again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. bright and early for Payday Friday. So I hope to see you guys there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace.